Imagine a barefoot village boy running through the lush green paddy fields of Tungipara, chasing dreams bigger than the rivers of Bengal, a boy who would one day roar like a lion, awaken an entire nation, and etch his name forever as the founding father of Bangladesh, the immortal Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Born on 17th March 1920, in the humble village of Tungipara under Gopalganj district in what was then British India, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman emerged from a respectable Muslim family. He was the third child of Sheikh Lutfur Rahman, a Seristadar in the civil court known for his integrity, and his devoted mother Saira Khatun, who instilled deep values of courage and justice in him. Life in the village was simple yet tough, surrounded by rivers, floods, and hard-working farmers, but young Mujib displayed extraordinary energy and leadership from childhood. He started his education at Gimdanga Primary School, though a serious eye ailment delayed his studies for several years, forcing him to wear spectacles early in life. Undeterred, he passed his matriculation from Gopalganj Missionary School in 1942, completed his intermediate arts from Calcutta Islamia College in 1944, and earned his BA from the same college in 1947. Even as a teenager, politics coursed through his veins. He was briefly jailed for participating in the anti-British independence movement, showing the fearless spirit that would define his life. As the winds of change swept across the subcontinent leading to the partition of 1947 and the creation of Pakistan, Mujib quickly recognized the growing disparities between East and West Pakistan. Despite Bengalis forming the majority of the population, they faced severe linguistic, economic, and political discrimination. Their resources were exploited, their language disrespected, and their voices sidelined. This injustice fueled his resolve. In 1949, he co-founded the Awami Muslim League, which later became the powerful Awami League, dedicated to fighting for the rights of the Bengali people. His leadership reached new heights during the historic language movement of 1952. When the Pakistani authorities attempted to impose Urdu as the sole state language, ignoring the millions who spoke Bengali, Mujib and brave student leaders mobilized massive protests. On 21 February 1952, police opened fire on peaceful demonstrators, killing several students and sparking widespread outrage. Mujib, who was arrested multiple times including on 11 March 1948 for earlier protests, continued guiding the movement even from behind bars. The sacrifice ultimately forced Pakistan to recognize Bengali as a national language, cementing Mujib's reputation as the unwavering defender of Bengali identity and culture. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, under repressive regimes like that of Ayub Khan, Mujib faced constant imprisonment and harassment, yet his determination only strengthened. In 1966, he unveiled the historic Six-Point Movement, a bold charter demanding true federalism, parliamentary democracy, autonomy for the provinces, control over taxation and revenue, separate currencies or fiscal policies, independent foreign trade, and the right to maintain paramilitary forces for self-defense. These demands were a direct response to years of systematic exploitation where East Pakistan's jute earnings funded West Pakistan's development while Bengalis suffered poverty and neglect. The 6 points electrified students, workers, intellectuals, and the common masses, transforming the Awami League into an unstoppable force. During the mass uprising of 1969, public pressure compelled his release, and the people bestowed upon him the revered title of Bangabandhu, Friend of Bengal. His charisma, oratory skills, and unwavering commitment turned him into the undisputed leader of Bengali aspirations. The decisive moment arrived with the 1970 general elections, Pakistan's first on the basis of universal adult franchise. Mujib's Awami League achieved a landslide victory, securing 167 out of 169 seats in East Pakistan and an absolute majority across the entire country. Yet, the West Pakistani power establishment, led by figures like Yahya Khan and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, refused to honor the democratic mandate and transfer power. Negotiations collapsed amid rising tensions. On 7th March 1971, at the historic race course Maidan in Dhaka before over 1 million people, Bangabandhu delivered his immortal speech, thundering the words that ignited a nation, "This time the struggle is for our freedom. This time the struggle is for our independence." He called for complete non-cooperation, urging every Bengali home to become a fortress and every citizen to prepare for the ultimate sacrifice. Just days later, on the night of 25th March 1971, the Pakistani military unleashed the genocidal Operation Searchlight, massacring thousands of innocent Bengalis. Before his arrest, Mujib formally declared the independence of Bangladesh, passing the torch to the people. For 9 agonizing months, while Bangabandhu endured solitary confinement in a Pakistani prison facing a death sentence, the courageous Mukti Bahini freedom fighters, backed by millions of refugees and the Indian forces, waged a relentless liberation war against overwhelming odds. Stories of bravery, sacrifice, and unimaginable atrocities filled those dark days, but the flame Mujib had lit could never be extinguished. Finally, on 16th December 1971, the Pakistani army surrendered in Dhaka and Bangladesh emerged victorious as a sovereign nation. Released on 8th January 1972, Mujib returned home on 10th January to a thunderous hero's welcome. He assumed the role of Prime Minister, later President, and immediately began rebuilding the war-torn country. Under his visionary leadership, Bangladesh adopted its constitution on 4th November 1972, enshrining the 4 fundamental principles of democracy, socialism, secularism, and nationalism. He worked tirelessly to restore law and order, rehabilitate refugees, revive the economy, and lay the foundations for a self-reliant Sonar Bangla. From a simple village boy in the remote fields of Tungipara to the architect of a new nation born through blood and fire, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's epic journey remains one of the most inspiring tales of courage, sacrifice, and unbreakable will in modern history. Though he was tragically assassinated on 15 August 1975, along with most of his family members in a military coup, his legacy as the father of the nation continues to inspire generations. Bangabandhu's dream of a prosperous, dignified Bangladesh lives on today, reminding the world that true leaders are not made in palaces but forged in the hearts of the people and the struggles of their time. His story is the eternal soul of Bangladesh, a testament that one man's vision can birth a nation against all odds. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.